Morning America, this is your favorite asshole, Cobra Rodriguez here. I'm here to tell you about, I know I've probably been living on the moon because I haven't been receiving news as much as I used to and all that stuff. But other than that, I've been reading up on some stuff, what Obama's been doing. He plans on running for a third term because he is aggravated that Donald Trump is going to outdo him. Okay, here's the thing though. Donald Trump is a Republican, not a Democrat. And not to mention, with Obama being the way he is, I wouldn't trust him no further than I could throw him. If he runs for a third term, God help us. Because if Obama runs for a third term, I'm just saying, he's basically going to ruin this country forever after that. There'll be no salvaging this country. Matter of fact, you might as well just forget about that paycheck you're going to get. You might as well toss everything you own out the window. Because believe me, it's just going to basically not even be yours anymore. And what I really don't like is that Obama is saying that he wants to try to get this world under a one world order, a one world government. And basically that there is just, you can't do that. Because for one, China, even though they're our allies, they want us to, they want us to go to their, regulations. They're basically laws. They're all their shit. And basically, because see, if we become a one world government, that would create multiple issues, not with just one nationality, but multiple other nationalities. And that would also make it really hard on America because China would then industrialize themselves on American soil. There'll be no more country. Yeah, that's right. For all you guys out there out in the country and all that stuff, there'll be no such thing as country anymore. There won't be no more fields, no more fucking cows, no more sheep, no more chickens, no more such thing as an acre. Matter of fact, if you're lucky, you may even get half an acre, maybe a quarter of an acre, if you're lucky. Because by the time by the time he signs that, dotted line, that'll allow other countries to come into our country, and that will allow them to industrialize and basically taking over jobs in which the American people have, not foreign people who don't have documentation, not for foreign people who don't have a social security number, not for foreign people that don't have diddly squat to even prove that they're a human fucking being. Now, I'm just saying, if Obama runs for a third term, that's just proving everything that, not just what Christians and all these other people have been saying, because pretty much one of my friends basically stated to me today, saying that if Obama runs for a third term, it's basically proving everything what the Bible says, saying about the times of the Antichrist and all this stuff. I'm a firm believer in the Bible. And even though I may not abide by its ways a whole lot, I may not be as driven like a real Christian should be, but I can tell you this much. Whatever happens, if Obama wins, I'm just saying, it's just proving everything what the Christians have been saying is right. It's just been proving, it'll prove everything what they said is right. That he's the Antichrist. And if not the Antichrist, he's working with the Antichrist. Because people may not be believers in Christianity. Some people may not believe or have a strong faith in the Bible. But I'm telling you, if it happens, the end of times is near. And that there's a time to basically just get yourself together and try to save yourself and try to save a few other people in the process. Because when it comes to those times, it's going to be hard. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be, it's going to be messy. But in that, we just have to get together. Now, if Obama loses a third term, okay, well then we live on, for another, I don't know, for another few more years, maybe, 10, maybe 20, maybe 30. You never know. But I can tell you right now, throughout history, there's been signs of the end of days coming. Because in the Bible, if you read it closely and you look at the events in which everything has been happening, you can see that, from that one trumpet horn that's already blew, all the way up to about number 5, because I think right now we're at 6 right now. Once that 7th trumpet horn blows, that's when the rapture opens. And then we have, 7 years of peace. But that's the thing. There won't be no such thing as 7 years of peace. It'd be considered the 7 dark years, actually. And if you read it in the Bible, and it's in the book of, if I remember correctly, in the book of Daniel, uh, or I can't really remember exactly, but it talks about this character being thrown in the den of being thrown in the lion's den. Daniel, I think it was, yeah, Daniel being thrown in the being thrown in the lion's den, or better yet, not even Daniel. Maybe I can't remember. Was it Daniel?
Daniel, yeah.
Yeah, Daniel being thrown in the lion's den. He talks about these four beasts, and if you read it closely, the four beasts represent four kingdoms. The four beasts represent four kingdoms, and each kingdom is basically ruled by 10 kings. Well, not each kingdom is ruled by 10 kings, my bad. But, four beasts represents four kingdoms, and four kingdoms ruled over by 10 kings. And if you read it closely, it talks about the first beast, the second beast, and the third and fourth beast. And there is such thing as four kingdoms. If you don't think there's such thing as four kingdoms, there is. That's North America, South America, Africa, and Europe. That's the four kingdoms. The 10 kings that's going to rule over these four kingdoms. And that represents the horn that breaks off from the beast, and it breaks off, and well, actually not the horn, but it represents the 10 kings are represented by horns on the beast, on the fourth beast. And one of the horns break off and proves that it's stronger than the others. That's the Antichrist, and it has like eyes and all that stuff. You'll have to read it. You have to read your book. But other than that, it talks about how the Antichrist will come about in being, and talk about how he'll make himself look like a Messiah, and therefore make himself look like God over man. Even though he is not God, he's a liar. For it says in the Bible, when the Antichrist comes, he will be a pathological liar. He will instigate, situations, therefore creating wars, not stopping wars, but creating wars, and therefore making things hard for man, and therefore saying that there will be 7 years of peace. That's what he'll say. And if you read it closely, everything is done in sevens in this book. Everything is done in 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, sevens. Sevens. And basically saying that when all this happens, it's all going to, come into the last final day. That is when God will basically call his children home, those who have been saved, or even those who have died through the times of tribulation. They will be saved. But those who have accepted the mark of the beast, now, and this is what the thing that gets me, because I was reading something on a movie that was supposed to be made called The Gray State, and it talks about our government turning against the people and all that stuff. But see, if you look at it like that, it's actually based on, the Bible as well, saying how a kingdom will turn on itself and turn on its people, and trying to put the mark of the beast on people. And they'll tell you that this marking will be used to make profit or whatever, or get your groceries or whatever. They say it's not harmful, but actually it is. Because the mark of the beast is basically saying that you're damning yourself, you're giving yourself to Satan and all that stuff. So therefore you're condemning yourself. If you accept it, you've already been damned. If you don't accept it, you therefore have a chance of salvation. But I know I'm talking about Christianity stuff, but now I'm going to go back to politics. But as for Obama, if he runs for a third term and all this stuff about ISIS, all these things about trying to get our country back together, getting to change the difference in which we need, that's never going to happen, because Obama, he's just basically been running his mouth left and right. He has not done anything to change our country. He is not great for our country. The change that we need in this country is Donald J. Trump. That's what we need. We need Donald Trump in office. Why do we need Donald Trump in office? Because, for one, he's not a politician. He's a businessman. A businessman can be good for our economy. He knows how to run it. Granted, he filed for bankruptcy, but guess what? He did it legally. If you look at it and you read your laws, you can see that he's done it legally. Sure, it may be wrong, but you know what? It was legal. And guess what? He's a smart man. He knows how to run the system. If you let him, he will get this country together. But no, y'all don't want that. So how about you stop being a crybaby and just get the fuck over it? 2, reason why we need Donald Trump in office and not Obama, because, okay, again, Donald Trump wants to bring change. He wants to improve our arsenal and nuclear arms. Why? Because ever since Obama came in office, he's disarmed a lot of those nukes. And therefore, that leaves our country wide open for attack. Why is our country wide open for attack? Why is Russia, getting their stuff together, getting their military forces, getting all these, nuclear arms together? Why is that? Because they know that when Donald Trump gets in office, he's going to improve our military force and improve those nuclear arms. Because if that doesn't get done, we are completely defenseless. 3, another reason why Donald Trump should be in office and not Obama, because Donald Trump wants to see change. He wants to make America great again. He wants to make America to where it's a Christian nation, not a Muslim nation, because the more Muslims that we're getting in this country is corrupting our government, because Muslims is a false religion. I'm sorry to say, but it is a false religion, because they believe anything they do answers up to Muhammad, which, by the way, is their term of Jesus fucking Christ, but guess what? It is not, JC, I'm telling you. Their idea of Muhammad basically lets them to beat women and basically commit crimes and lie to the people. And guess what? That's what Obama's been doing. He has been lying to the people from day one because of his fucking religion. Because of his fucking religion, it allows him to get away with lying, because he can lie to the people because they are infidels. They are non-believers. They don't believe in the Muslim religion. Why do they not believe in the Muslim religion? Because we're Christians. And guess what? He's going to lie to a Christian face, tell the people that I'm going to put change out there. I'm going to put out this stimulus package, and I'm going to bring forth more jobs and more money to the people. He lied to people because of his religion. Well, guess what, Obama? I got your stimulus package right here. You see this? Oh, yeah. Take it to the face, bitch. I'll give you your facial job right here. And you know what? If Obama gets assassinated, I'm not going to feel a bit sorry. Actually, I'm going to look at the news channel and I'm going to have a fucking ball. And not to mention, personally, I would like to do it myself, but I can't really do it because I just, realize I have a heart condition and all that stuff. And basically, yeah, I'm pretty much, I went to the doctor and pretty much he said that I'm having some kind of shit going on in my heart and all that stuff. So I can't really do a whole lot, as I used to. Because pretty much ever since I've been overseas, I got shrapnel here and there, and pretty much I'm fucked up beyond belief. But aside from that, if I had the power, I would. And also, and then some, maybe a few other people too while I'm at it. But other than that, we need to get change in America. We can't have the same thing going over and over and over again, especially if it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, don't fucking use it. If it doesn't work, don't fucking use it. If it does work, use it. But if it doesn't work, don't use it. Because if it doesn't work, the only thing you're going to do is going to cause more damage than good. That's like with a vehicle. If a part does not work, you're going to cause more damage to the engine than you are going to, get it fixed. Because, why? Just saying, you could fuck it up, you could overheat it, and therefore blow a gasket, whatever. But the whole point of this is that we need something different in office other than politicians or someone that's already knows the way of a political stance. We need someone that is not politically connected, someone that is not any way connected to a Democratic Party. We need someone that's in a Republican Party, but not a politician, though. So therefore, Donald Trump fits that. He can actually get this back in order. But anyways, I wish y'all good night. A Merry Christmas.
There's one thing I want to say.
Oh, what's the last thing you want to say?
And as far as the Pledge of Allegiance, if it gets changed, I'm not conforming to how it's changing. And you know what? I'll say it where I want, when I want, and how I want it. Don't like it? Oh well, kiss my ass.
Yeah, that's one thing, by the way. A long time ago, Obama signed an executive order banning the Pledge of Allegiance and federal buildings, federal institutions, and all that stuff. I say that's complete bullshit because this nation was founded by our founding fathers, and they made that Pledge of Allegiance. Now, if Obama doesn't like the Pledge of Allegiance, shit, get the fuck out of the presidential office. But other than that, the Pledge of Allegiance, I put my hand over my heart. I pledge my allegiance to that flag every fucking day. And you know what? I am grateful to be American. I'm grateful to be in America. And I'm glad to have fought by that flag. But you know what? All I gotta say is that when that time comes, it comes. And if it does turn out to be the end of times, all I gotta say, people,
get ready.
Get ready. That's all I gotta say. But other than that, I just pray. I pray that everything goes well, and I pray everything goes well for the people and all that stuff. Anyways, I'll be praying for y'all. I wish y'all a Merry Christmas, and God bless America.